Presented by EA Sports and the PGA Tour. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo. Thanks for joining us here today in La Quinta, California. Beautiful spot. We're at the Career Builder Challenge. Frank, what do we have out here today?
Par 72, every inch of this golf course is going to extract the best out of your game, because if you don't play your best, you will struggle. Anything in the 60s, something to be proud of.
Here we are at the first tee, ready to kick off the round. Frank?
Good tee shot straight out of the gate. You're going to need it on a hole that's close to 450 yards. It doesn't really matter if you cut it or draw it. Just be wary of that bunker that sits on the right side. Well, that's got to be 300 yards, isn't it? Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like.
Well, where this ball's going, there's no fairway there, only rough.
Yeah, about 150 yards left here, Frank. Offline, and I think that one's headed for the rough. Frank, better than we thought it was going to be.
Yeah, that looked like it was headed for that thick stuff the whole way, but a little fortunate. But then I guess you're allowed that in this game.
All right, Frank, break down this approach shot here at hole number 1.
Well, typical Pete Dye confuses you straight out of the gate. Draw off the tee, and then you've got to hit that second shot in left-right. Look at the angle of that green. It points away to the right.
Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man. Now the approach shot here at the par 4 first. Locked in on the read and the speed. That's a poor putt to start.
Wicked, to say the least.
One under early in the round. Just a shade over par, +1. Second hole's just 371 yards. Frank, are players licking their chops, thinking they need to make a 3 here?
Yeah, if you can just accept the fact that you're going to have a longer second shot than you'd think for a hole of 370 yards, then that's the first way to overcome this. Just put yourself a short iron in your hand. Do the attacking with the second shot.
And that's going to stay on the fairway here at the second hole. Like the looks of this one.
Oh, yeah.
He moved that one out there, but he is not going to like the lie.
That moved down in the rough.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
That will be a great look at birdie. Good thing he stayed in the first cut, because just a couple of feet over, that rough is really deep. TBC Stadium, of course, has played host to the Skins Game, PGA Club Professional Championship, the Liberty Mutual Legends of Golf on the Champions Tour. I always enjoyed that. And along with the Jack Nicklaus Tournament course right next door, the finals of the PGA Tour qualifying school for a number of years. Drops the putt to go to 2 under. This one just requires a little bit of focus. So a nice birdie, and he makes his move back in the right direction. He's at even par. Frank, 100 yards longer than the second hole. The third, 471 yards. What do you think of this hole?
This is totally different to the previous hole. Driver should come out of the bag here, and if you can take that first bunker out of play, which is around that 285, 290 yard mark, you can start to shorten this hole up a little bit. And, well, the longest hitters, they still might even get a short iron in hand.
Right where they were aiming, in the fairway. Frank, over the course of the last 15 years or so, there have been a number of initiatives within the game of golf just to try to grow the sport.
Yeah, we've seen the PGA Junior League, which is a series of competitions, obviously for juniors to play. But the first tee really is worldwide now, just to try and introduce players from all over the world into the game of golf. They're introduced with club professionals. They learn skills that are essential really to play the game of golf. But in 2014 was a real step, what I think, in the right direction to showcase the junior talent around the world with the drive, chip and putt, where you actually get a chance to play the drive, chip and putt final at Augusta National, the home of the Masters.
Imagine young kids, boys and girls, 8 years old, 11 years old, being able to go home and tell their friends, tell their families, hey, I have something in common with Jack Nicklaus, with Arnold Palmer, with Phil Mickelson, with Tiger Woods. I won at Augusta National Golf Club.
This is not heading in the right direction.
No, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. Well, he'll be disappointed with that, no doubt.
Yeah, swing didn't quite look right on that one.
Set to go. Not an easy shot by any means. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Frank, this is the kind of start every player wants.
Yeah, swinging it well. Certainly hitting the ball in the right place there. And, yep, good thing, too. He's actually putting well.
And so just getting started, even par so far. Frank, here's a case at the fourth hole, this par 3 of Pete Dye kind of messing with a player's mind. Just how does he do it?
Well, there's a straight line between that tee and the flag. That's the obvious thing. But if you follow the look of the hole down there, it's just the shaping of the bunkers, the little curving of the edges there that just take that mind's eye away, almost making it look like there's a little bit of a dog leg in a straight hole. Very clever.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie. He's safely on deck.
"12 feet still to go." Has the putt, and now at -1. That puts them at 4 under for the round. So we played our first par 3, now to the first par 5 on this golf course at PGA West. It is the 535-yard 5th hole. Frank, it appears as though it rewards precision off the tee.
And the Bombers, too. You can run out of water at 335 yards. So for the Dustin Johnsons of the world and the Rory Mcleroys, that's nearly doable. But if you can't hit it that far, it's quite obvious. You've got to keep it down the right side. And for those people, they put 2 little bunkers there.
That one is in the fairway, down there about 290 yards. Well, this one has a chance to be really good. Good contact, good result. From a perfect position, ready to play his next shot. It is a windy day out here, Frank. My hat just blew off. This is going to affect the players' shots, that's for sure. Not looking good, Frank.
No, I think it's wet.
Wow, lucky break right there, Frank.
Well, that's what everyone else is going to say, except him. Second shot.
"19 feet away." This one has a chance, and he has it. Beautiful putt. And getting ready for the putt.
Great sense of speed in that. You know you can make those, but that one right in the middle.
Frank, a long par 3 here at the 6th, 255 yards. Club selection obviously is crucial.
Yeah, and length is very important here. Something that can fly high and land soft is obviously going to make that green play a little bit bigger. If you get a breeze off the right or left to right into, this hole becomes very challenging.
should be pretty good right there. On the safe side.
Well, it was almost like that's what he wanted to do, but why would you want it to run over the back?
Frank, this has been impressive. Game plan, stuck to it, hitting some quality shots.
He's really done his homework on the golf course, swinging well, and there's a few holes to go too. And this round could get even better.
That's an outstanding shot right there, and it sets up a really good look at birdie. Second shot coming out of the rough here. Standing over his birdie putt. Almost. Wow.
Just when you think you're going to make birdie. Now, have to really concentrate on this and at least make par.
Oh my goodness, he just missed that. And that was almost tap-in distance. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Three under on the day. We're at the seventh now, 346 yards with plenty of water on that right side. How do you handle this one, Frank?
You've got to pick a target there. A lot of people think when they're laying up off the tee, and that's exactly what this hole is. You just blaze away at something down the left side. But if you're going to pick a tree, don't just pick the tree. Pick a branch or a leaf. Be more specific.
That appeared to be a good strike right there, Frank.
Oh, good. It's just towering. Look at that, hanging in the sky.
Just a good solid tee shot right there, about 280 yards. Looking to keep it going here, Frank.
Yeah, another example of things just working as they should.
Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot. Terrific golf shot. And now, that for an easy birdie. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Putting a good round together now at 4 under. Looking to make a move. This putt for birdie. continues to amaze. Yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. Well, Frank, here at the par 5-8, 559 yards. Looks as though the player's getting a break from the water, but there is some trouble out there.
Yeah, there certainly is bunkering both on the left and the right. Once again, though, par 5s are always an opportunity for the longer hitter. Even if you stray a little offline, then it just becomes a three-shotter like it is for everybody else.
Right in the heart of the fairway, green light special. How good has the swing tempo been?
Has not lost it since the first hole, Rich. I think that's been the key to the round. Started with that rhythm, even though the winds were out there. The winds haven't abated, and neither has that rhythm.
Now from a good position in the fairway, his second shot. We're also seeing more long putters in the game.
Yeah, there's a choice. If you don't feel comfortable with a normal grip and you've got a few nerve issues, then you can, well, use a longer version, jam it in your chest, have a different fulcrum point.
Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up. It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
What a nice shot. Right on the green and a pretty easy putt on the way. Third shot, looking for a good one. Not a gimme, but well within his range. With that, moves to 5 under par. Getting set now over the putt. You always like that. Count it as a birdie. Frank, the ninth hole at 452 yards. That water down the right is really a test of a player's driving ability, isn't it?
It is, and his ability to sort of take the shot on. Ideally, just something with a little bit of a fade, unless you can carry the ball 300 yards, then you can get it just past that bunker. But when you look at this hole, notice how that fairway just starts to open up. So Pete Dye will reward an aggressive tee shot, but also he'll punish it if it's wayward. Oh, I liked that.
Oh, this looks good.
Certainly is.
And that sets up well for a chance at the green here at the 9th. Player really needs to be dialed in here. This approach shot is not easy by any stretch here at the 9th. Good swing, good shot yet again. That's how you play the game, right there. Stick it in close and then knock in the birdie. Frank, the tee shot was certainly challenging, and this second shot is as well.
Yeah, both the tee shot and the second shot require you to come in from that left side. The green itself angles to the right a little bit. The trouble, as we know, is all on the right side. But this is one of those holes. You can see it on the tee and on the second shot. If you ride a 4 down, you're happy.
Locked in on the read and the speed.
You'd like that one again.
Oh, man.
I just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. Lining this one up for par. Has his par. Starting to put something special together. 6 under par. Just a superb performance on the front side. He's hoping to keep it going here on the back 9, Frank.
The game is so much easier when you're swinging well, putts are going in. Really, you've just got to keep out of your own way.
Frank, did you hear the sound of that coming off the club face?
It was like a cannon.
That's a good spot right there.
Center cut.
He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball. And this shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards. Frank, again, this would appear to be a pretty good scoring opportunity.
This is so much about getting the distance right here. Bunkers on the left, there's the water to carry, that's needless to say, but also the mounding that's just behind the screen and to the right. It's very easy to just take the trouble out of play in the front and then find the trouble behind the screen. So second shot, judging the distance, imperative here.
Ready to go now on the approach. approach shot here at this par 4 10th. Frank, you've played in conditions all over the world. Here come the winds now. What's the mindset?
Well, this is really what separates the men from the boys. This is where you've got to tell yourself, and it's an advantage to you. Obviously, the scores will go up a little bit, given the conditions. But once again, this is going to suit the stronger player today.
You like the old phrase, swing easy when it's breezy?
Definitely when you're hitting it into a head breeze. But if down breeze, tee it up a little bit, try and ride that wind some more.
So a tester from 4 feet.
On fire right now. 7 under par.
Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus.
8 is not enough. That is 8 under par with that birdie.
Now at the long par 5 11th. They call it eternity with good reason. It is 617 yards. Frank, what's the game plan here?
Hit it as long as you can, hopefully only a couple of times, and you can get fairly close to this green, little pitch up there. But even if you go for this green or try and get close, that's when you start to notice the water that comes in on the left side. So you can't just bash away. Might only be a couple of bunkers in play off the tee, but they have to be avoided. There's something about a well-hit shot.
Up with the big boys now, Frank.
Well, we saw that previous tee shot go 310. This one's further.
Looks like he's going to have a go at it here at the par 5, his second shot.
Frank, that ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpeting.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every time, we'd still be playing this game for a living.
Nice position, short grass, second shot.
All right, Frank, time to play a little pitch and putt right now. Good chance with a good shot here to make a 4.
Yeah, holes like this is where small ball can beat big ball.
Early part of this back 9 and a good approach shot. Now we'll have this for birdie. And he's set up for his 3rd shot here, looking to get it on the green with this. Settles in over the putt.
Well, that would have been a bonus had it gone in, but still, reasonable chance for par here.
Yeah, there's no damage. You're not going to birdie every hole.
Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall.
Just a couple of feet.
Moves to -8.
Now the par 4 12th, only 363 yards, but Frank, it is intricate. There's a lot involved, isn't there, in playing a hole like this?
Yeah, I think this is where you have to work out, which clubs do you hit the best? Are you better with a 9-iron? Are you better with the wedge? Because that's the distance you want to hit it to. That's how you can be aggressive, even when you're laying up. Long and straight.
That's how you do it. Nicely played shot, about 310 yards down the fairway.
I'm loving that balance. That's an absolute beauty.
So yet another short iron shot into a par 4 here at the 12th.
It should be pretty good right there. On the safe side.
Terrific golf shot. And now that for an easy birdie. Frank, another good scoring opportunity here at the par 4 12th.
Yeah, just have to focus on where that flag is in relation to these little ridges and the mounds on this green. It's called moat because it's protected all by that wall of sand down that left side. That's not really in play for this shot. If you're smart, use one of those little ridges. They can kick it towards the flag.
Not enough on that one.
Yeah, just seemed to baby it.
That's how the best in the world play it, Frank.
Well, I tell you, a little lucky that it went in, but it was always going to be close.
Mark a birdie on the card.
Well, Frank, we came off a hole, the short par 4 12th, where players no doubt were thinking about making birdie. Here, it's a different story. Why?
It is. Well, 13 is always going to be unlucky for some. There's so much water down there on that left side. And the way it sort of laps up to the wooden bulkhead, it looks anything other than a straight shot. And this is where you have to mentally move the flag. You've got to push that flag in your mind's eye to the right side of the green and say, I do not want to go left of that.
This one's looking good. I mean, really on top of his game right now. That was a splendid approach shot.
Oh, this is heading in the wrong direction.
Uh-oh. just averted danger right there. So close.
Why does he have all the luck?
Getting set now over the putt. Always like to get to double figures under par. 10 under already. These putts keep the round together. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie, and what a day it's been.
Well, Frank, kind of a make-or-break hole here at the 14th, par 4, 389 yards.
Yeah, for the Cavalier player, you can sort of go at this this green in a more direct line. 290 yards will take all this bunker down the right out of play. Just leave you a flick in here. I'm going to say that's not a bad play, really. If you don't do that, then you just got to thread it down the left. Oh, beautiful swing, and the result is every bit as good.
So that sets up a tougher second shot, missing the fairway with the drive, now in the rough.
Got the measurement out there, Rich. Looks like 290 yards.
Frank, what's the key here? Second shot at 14.
Green sits up a little bit, well protected by those bunkers there. A nice high, soft landing shot. Should be safely on deck.
Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's a formality now.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. Frank, I think what sets golf apart from other sports is that the fan can get so close to the great athlete as the round is being played.
Yeah, well, that's why the sport itself, and we consider it more intimate for that reason. You know, most golf spectators play the game, whereas other sports, you don't see NFL players sitting in the grandstand. You see spectators, but most golf fans are golfers.
Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Well, in the words of the late, great baseball commentator for the Yankees, Phil Rizzuto, it's time for Holy Cow, Whitey. That's 11 under par. Score that a birdie. Well, Frank, we are turning home. It says so on the scorecard here at 15.
It is, and once again, another example of great bunkering by Pete Dye. Bunkers on a lot of golf courses are just simply left and right, but what Pete Dye does, he lets them cut in, especially that one down the left side of the fairway. It cuts in, so it has to be avoided, and it's going to be about 280 yards to take it completely out of play. That's probably the best line, is to get it just past that last bunker on the left side.
Second from an excellent lie. This could be a good one. That is professional with a capital P right there.
That's stealing.
Frank, the 15th is called turning home. Time now to turn on the jets, and a good chance.
Yeah, after a shot, see the way that green is protected by the bunkers. So if you can come in here really high, get that to land soft, there's a lot of flags on this green that you can go at.
Well, this one should be safely on deck here. Well, that's how you play the game right there. Knock it on the green and give yourself a good look at birdie. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Continues to putt beautifully. This is the second par 5 at PGA West of 600 or more yards. The 16th is a pretty good test.
Nice.
Looks good.
Oh, that's fine.
He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball. And this shot, he is on the fairway, over 300 yards.
Good lie in the fairway. A good chance to make something happen here. Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up? It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
Looks like he's going to have a go at it here at the par 5. His second shot. Frank, this one's not looking good.
Yeah, certainly not down the fairway line, heading toward the rough.
Frank, better than we thought it was going to be.
Yeah, that looked like it was headed for that thick stuff the whole way, but a little fortunate. But then I guess you're allowed that in this game.
Third shot, looking for a good one. Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on that. Easy birdie.
Settles in, looking to knock it in tight. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Wow, that was so close, Frank.
Just time to forget that one. I mean, he couldn't hit that much better.
So a tester from 4 feet. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Could use this one. This is for par. Good effort and good par putt.
Now to the signature par 3. It only plays 168 yards from the tips, but the tee sits up high and the wind can blow, and a lot can happen here. Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man.
This is not heading in the right direction.
It looks like it's going to be in the rough. That's a disappointment right there, Frank.
Yeah, green light special, really. Come up considerably short.
And it is in.
Amazing. Amazing. Second shot.
14 under on the day.
Well, Frank, hopefully the player has arrived here at 18 in a pretty good frame of mind. If not, you have to be thinking, oh, here we go again. Water left. I mean, you could shoot 100 out here on this golf course if you don't have your best stuff.
Yeah, this is another example of, you're right, if you've got the bad mojo going, this is not the hole you want to be playing. Water left, bunkers right. Somewhere in between, though, just feel it.
Just a good solid tee shot right there, about 280 yards.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Oh, no, look out, Frank. I think he flushed that one.
Oh, this is going, gone.
Just averted danger right there. So close.
Why does he have all the luck?
Frank, this approach shot seems pretty straightforward. Just don't hit it left.
Yeah, it's a tough second shot. It's that visual. Once again, you've got that green that's angled to the left. But once again, like a few holes out here, you do not have to hit directly at this flag. You are allowed to move that flag mentally 15, even 20 feet to the right. There's nothing wrong with that.
Good looking shot right here.
Getting set now over the putt. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie. And what a day it's been. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. He has this for par. That's a nice confidence builder right there. You make those for par, and you keep things steady.
Frank, this had to be mentally draining for a player. So many decisions to make out there, so much trouble to avoid.
Well, I think, this is sort of
And all of us here at EA Sports, we say so long for now from the Career Builder Challenge at PGA West. This is EA Sports, PGA Tour coverage coming your way. Frank, every golfer wants to play it at least once. The old course at St. Andrews.
Yeah, from Bobby Jones to Jack Nicklaus to Tiger Woods. They've all come and conquered.
Frank, this is one of the coolest opening tee shots in all of golf, isn't it?
It is. The whole golf course sits in front of you. Out of bounds on the right, and believe it or not, there's out of bounds on the left. That's the right side of the 18th hole. You'd think it's the widest fairway in the world, but many a player has stood on that first tee and whipped one out of bounds.
And you're teeing off with people watching from the street. Sometimes they're actually looking out of their hotel rooms and peering in.
Yeah, or simply walking across the fairway. I'm loving that balance. Long and straight.
That's how you do it. Players still fighting the strong winds out there today. Frank, many golfers unaccustomed to the full effects of the wind and playing without a caddy watch with great intent as their well-struck approach shot ends up, 1, not only short of the hole, but 2, short of the green, and 3, short of the burn by some 10 yards.
Yeah, you only need a puff of breeze, really, because it comes over the mound that's behind that first green. And for some reason, that second shot always seems to play that sort of 3 or 4 yards longer, even for the best players in the game.
Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's a formality now.
Second shot, good look at the green. In the water, too bad. So the previous shot into the drink, this now the 4th shot. So Frank, he'll take a drop here.
Yeah, he'll take his medicine, take his penalty shot. The hole's not over yet.
Yes, he's holed it, Frank.
Unbelievable. From that distance.
Settles in over the putt. -1 in the early going. Trying to get the round off to a good start. Frank, we're at the second hole, and what's ahead?
Well, the ideal tee shot just a little over that gorse bush in front of you, which is down the right side. That's the best angle in, but it also brings in a little bit of trouble. But if that pin is anywhere towards the middle of this double green, then really you want to be coming in from the right side.
And that's going to stay on the fairway here at the second hole. Yeah, about 145 yards left here. That will be a great look at birdie. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag. Well, there's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
Boy, this could be a tough one right here, Frank.
It's a very long putt, Rich. Obviously, it's difficult, but he still has a shot to sink this one for birdie.
Just singes the edge, Frank.
Yeah, but at least he's burning the edges. You know you're hitting good putts.
Shouldn't be a problem here.
Has the putt, and now at -1. Putt for par. Needs one. Did the job right there. Frank, talk about the strategy off the tee here at the third.
Well, you can drive the ball pretty close to this green, Rich. It's shorter than the second hole. Just hit it down the right side, but try and avoid those little pot bunkers.
Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin.
Oh, this looks good.
Certainly is.
Chance to set himself up for a good scoring opportunity with his second shot here. Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
Has 80 yards left.
Rich, I remember when I first played the old course, it was a Dunhill Cup. It was a team event. It was 3 players from each country around the world. And my teammates were Stuart Ginn and Bob Charles, who'd won the Open Championship. And I remember pestering Bob Charles all the way around the golf course, the old course. Where do I aim? Do I get away from a bunker? And at the time, I thought he was a bit of a curmudgeon, really. Because the only thing he told me was not to hit it inside the TV tower on 17. And then I realized he gave me the greatest golf lesson I ever had. Because he was telling me to play the golf course the way I felt I should. A lesson well learned. Play your own game.
Play with your instincts, especially at a place like the old course at St. Andrews, where you don't necessarily play by the book. I don't know if there is a book to get you around St. Andrews, except the best book of all, and that's the one of experience. We moved that one out there, but he is not going to like the lie.
That moved down in the rough. Oh, that had some meat behind it.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. Not terrible, but not his best.
Outside chance, really, for birdie, but really, it was a rather poor approach shot.
Slight waggle, relaxed arms, ready to go. Frank, at this, the highest level, stroke play, really it seems to me to be all about not wasting shots because the margin for error is so razor thin. Needs a pair of binoculars to see the hole. Speed wasn't bad on that long putt, but the read wasn't very good. This long putt for birdie could be a tough one here. Good try, just didn't quite read the break, Frank.
It shouldn't be a problem, you'd think, cleaning up here for par.
Locked in on the read and the speed. That had to really hurt, Frank, because it looked good all the way.
Well, this will test his mettle.
Not a gimme, but well within his range.
Hole's 4 1/4 inches. Could have done with one light, slightly bigger.
Just a couple of feet. That's 1 under on the day. He needs this for bogey. Now at 1 under for the round. Par 5s, this is where players look to make the move in a major championship. How does this 5th hole par 5 measure up, Frank?
Well, if you can avoid the bunkers, they're actually left and right, but especially that little group of 3 bunkers, then it sets up well. It'll be a blind second shot, but you try and guide your second shot between the 2 bunkers on the hill in front of you, which are called the spectacles.
Beautiful looking shot right here. You can play it from there, 300 yards away and in the fairway.
That's fine.
This becomes a different kind of battle out there today with these strong, gusty winds. Players will have to think, they'll have to take extra club, and this will not be easy. Nice position, short grass, second shot. Wouldn't say that was his best, but not bad either. On the green and with a putt. Good lie in the fairway. A good chance to make something happen here. This is a long putt. Really, the key is the speed. If it drops, that's a bonus. Always two components to the long lag putt, the speed, number one, and then the read. And missed out on that second part. That's all he wanted to do there.
Yeah, it's touch. And when you think from that distance, chances of making are almost none. So to guarantee a two-putt, well done.
Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Now two to the good side. Makeable putt right here. He is currently sitting at 1 under for the round. Now at -2 for the day. Now at the 6th, not a particularly long hole, Frank, par 4.
Yeah, semi-blind tee shot. You've got an idea where you want to hit, but there's a series of 3 bunkers. They're called the coffins down the left side, as well as some pop bunkers down the right. So this requires a very accurate tee shot.
Well, this one has a chance to be really good. Up with the big boys now, Frank.
Well, we saw that previous tee shot go 310. This one's further.
This is going to be a tough day on the links. I mean, even the seagulls are walking to work. Pretty good drive here.
Another straight one.
Second shot. Good look at the green.
safely aboard. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special. Should be safely on deck.
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point.
Yeah, go ahead and fill it up. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. And with that putt, he moves to 3 under. Continuing from the oldest championship in the game. It's the Open Championship at the old course at St. Andrews, here at the 7th hole now, Frank.
Yeah, you try and hit your tee shot over a little stone there. It's called the March stone. That's a good line for like left of center. And, well, if you can just work it off that, good tee shot. You're only going to have a pitch in here to a green that's set up very high.
And now it's right in his wheelhouse. Good position where he can attack the pin.
Yeah, he has all those options now. With that ball sitting up, you can bring it in high, you can bring it in low. The choice is yours.
Tasty looking right there, Frank. Just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from that.
Frank, no reason here to think we're going to see anything other than another good shot.
Yeah, in a great flow, and golf like this looks easy.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on that. Easy birdie.
Ready for his second shot, trying to knock it on the green. Good-looking shot right here. This for birdie. Good putt and a good move. Now to 4 under. And getting ready for the putt. That puts them at 4 under for the round. Frank, now at the par 3 8th, and how challenging is this hole?
Well, it's called short on the scorecard, but massive green. The problem here is trying to hit it close. A lot of little subtle breaks and undulations in this green, and often you see long, long birdie putts here.
Pure strike, good result.
And that is close.
Shouldn't be a problem here.
Oh, man.
I just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall.
Got it for par. And Frank, the Open Championship coming back to the home of golf this summer.
Yeah, and remember, too, the last time it was here, Louis Oosthuizen at the 9th hole, he had no problem driving this par 4. So let's see if you can do the same. If you can carry that last bunker down there, there's every chance that your tee shot can run onto this very flat green.
That appeared to be a good strike right there, Frank.
Oh, good. It's just towering. Look at that hanging in the sky.
He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball. And this shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards.
That's an absolute beauty.
Chance to set himself up for a good scoring opportunity with his second shot here.
This looks like it's going to find the target.
Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's a formality now.
Frank, this is the way you draw it up. This is how the game's supposed to be played.
Yeah, so far, everything going according to plan.
Locked in on the read and the speed.
Good work right there, now to 6 under. Just a couple of feet.
Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie. And what a day it's been.
Well, that was a nearly flawless performance on the front side, but Frank, we know it's an 18-hole game, isn't it?
That's right. Now's not the time to pat yourself on the back. If this is up, it's good.
Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. And he's set up for his second shot here, looking to knock it on the green. It should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
Setting up for an approach shot here. There are a number of really good and important grow the game initiatives out there. One of those is the First Tee program, and that allows youngsters who otherwise might not have an opportunity, the chance to put a golf club in their hands, allows them the chance to pick up this game and learn some of the core values that come along with it. It's about much more than making a score. It's about integrity. It is about responsibility, values like that. And this game is just so good in instilling those kind of characteristics in young people. That's birdie, and that's just another example of how everything seems to be clicking today, especially on the greens.
Yeah, good green reading too. You've got to take your hat off to that. The line has been perfect and the pace has matched it.
6 under par now. Frank, number 11, the Eden, is really one of the more fascinating holes in all of golf.
Yeah, the two bunkers that the players normally worry about, Strath bunker in the front and the Hill bunker to the left. What makes those two bunkers so difficult is the steepness of the faces in them.
This could be good. You can't hide the flagstick from that man.
He is just unbelievable. That never deviated offline.
Pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business.
Eight is not enough. That is 8 under par with that birdie.
Second shot.
And he has it for birdie. Frank, the charm of St. Andrews, the history of the old course, it all sort of comes into view here at the 12th, doesn't it?
Yeah, very pretty hole. Eden estuary to the right. Obviously a nice view of the township of St. Andrews in the distance. But long hitters can just lick their chops and have a crack at this green. All they've got to do is worry about that little pop bunker short. But either into the breeze, or if you're not a long hitter, you've got to worry about those 4 bunkers that are well placed smack bang in the middle of this fairway.
Frank, that ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpeting.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every time, we'd still be playing this game for a living.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
On the green in regulation. Second shot. Good look at the green. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Came to the putt excited to make birdie. Now settle for par.
Yeah, little change in the attitude right now. When you've let one go, you've got to really knuckle down there and make sure you don't drop a shot. It's important that this one goes in.
Just 5 feet left. You may have lost track at home, but we're keeping count. And that is 9 under for the day. Here at the par 4 13th hole at the old course, Frank, what's the best play, power, or do you go with precision?
Well, you'd like a nice mixture of both there, Rich. If you can take those coffins out of play, that's the name for those series of bunkers sort of down the middle, then obviously you've got a much shorter shot coming in, and then you've got a chance to actually have a full view of this green.
Frank, not the longest hitter, but sometimes you win tournaments by putting it in a good spot, and that's where we are right here, 280 yards out.
Yeah, 280 down the middle of the fairway. That'll never get you in trouble.
Frank, this will be from 200 yards, second shot. Appears to be what they call a commercial play, very solid. Not terrible, but not his best.
Yeah, outside chance, really, for birdie, but really, it was a rather poor approach shot.
From a perfect position, ready to play his next shot. Frank, you think about the great rivalries in sports, the Yankees and the Red Sox, Ollie and Frazier, and in golf, Nicklaus and Palmer. Great athletes, great teams pushing one another to great heights.
It's amazing how that's gone forward too, because Nicklaus and Palmer really became Nicklaus and Watson. Then there was like Norman Faldo, but some would say that Faldo by Asteris, 6 majors to 5, was even more important. But in this era that we're in now, I think we're all praying for that Woods-McElroy rivalry. Woods with 14 majors, McElroy already with 4. That really is one to salivate over.
This one has a chance, and he has it. Beautiful putt. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Now 8 under on the day. Frank, what's the strategy here at the 14th?
If you can't go for this par 5 and 2, Rich, there is another option where you can go left. And I mean left of left. That's down the 4th fairway. That's across the Elysian Fields, as they call it, which is a set of sort of hummocks that run down the middle. And you can find a flat lie there and come across at about a 45-degree angle for your 3rd shot to 14. Oh, that had some meat behind it. There's something about a well-hit shot.
Now from a good position in the fairway, his 2nd shot.
Now, this is not heading in the right direction.
It looks like it's going to be in the rough. And he steps up to take this shot from the fairway.
And he's set up for his third shot here, looking to get it on the green with this. Good swing, good shot yet again. I mean, that's how the game is played, right there.
He's just making it look so easy. That birdie coming up, formality.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Shouldn't be a problem here.
Well, the great hits just keep coming. Moves to -11 on the day.
And getting ready for the putt.
Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall.
Frank, one of the things I always loved about links golf is that you're not aiming at a flagstick or a tree, but sometimes you're aiming for a steeple in the distance, and this is a good example here at the 15th.
Yeah, the church steeple is the exact line off the tee. That gives you sort of the center of the fairway. Really, you don't have to be overly bold off the tee. This is about just finding a nice flat lie for that second shot, because this is another difficult green that's well protected by just one little bunker that's in the front left that you don't think comes into play. But if your second shot doesn't land the right distance, more often than not, it just gets swallowed up by that. Tom Weisskopf was one of my idols growing up. I loved the way he swung. That swing right there reminds me of my idol.
And it looks like Rory Mcleroy, Frank, sticking the follow-through.
Set for his next shot from a good position in the fairway.
He's knocked it on the green, but not in a great position. This is a difficult chance coming up here. Long birdie try.
Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
This is a pretty long putt here. You'd be happy to get this to within 2 or 3 feet. You really want to take the stress out of that next putt. Yeah, that's a good putt right there. From that distance, he'll settle. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Now -10 for the round. Needs this for par. In for par. Now another par for the 16th, Frank, and another hole where precision off the tee is going to be paramount.
Yeah, the norm of the tee is really to avoid a series of 3 bunkers called the principal's nose. I've never really figured out why they're called that, but it's not the place to be, that's for sure. Stay short of those is the safe line, and then a little pot bunker once again in the front left of the screen called the wig. That's also to be avoided. Another difficult green. Looks a little simpler from the fairway, but miss your mark with the yardage and you'll pay a premium. What a great shot.
And he's set up for his second shot here, looking to knock it on the green. Superb shot.
That's as good as it's going to get. There's going to be no worries about making that one.
And this attempt will be from about 130 yards. This is a good-looking shot. Just an unbelievable round thus far, and 12 under on the day. This one just requires a little bit of focus. No problems there.
Yeah, keeps the round going, keeps the momentum on his side.
The famous 17th at the Open Championship, Frank, you begin to see the scoreboards, the grandstands, and you know all eyes are on you for the next couple of holes.
Yeah, this is one hole I think that anybody that goes to the old course certainly wants to play. Blind tee shot. You've got to flash it across the out of bounds and somehow find the fairway. If you go too safe down the left side, well, there's some heather to be chopping out of. Good tee shot certainly gives you a chance to hit at this beautiful green that's angled to the left, well protected by the road hole bunker. And then if you're a little ambitious and a little strong, then there's a road itself and an out of bounds beyond this green.
Right in the heart of the fairway. Green light special.
This is looking really good.
Don't know that that approach will make the highlight reel, but he still has a chance if he makes this putt.
Yeah, 21's when you come of age, don't they say? 21 feet away.
Boy, this could be a tough one right here, Frank.
It's a very long putt, Rich. Obviously, it's difficult, but he still has a shot to sink this one for birdie.
Close. Couldn't ask for much more on that putt. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Wow, I thought he made that. Well, there's an opportunity wasted.
Just knock it in for a par, and let's forget about this one. Golf is not about perfect, but it is going to hurt the cause.
That is a solid par putt.
Getting set now over the putt.
12 under on the day. Frank, here at the 18th, so much history has been made through the years.
Yeah, one of my favorite memories, I remember Jack Nicklaus when he beat Doug Sanders in that playoff. The famous sort of short putt that Doug Sanders missed. But really, the great moment that stands out was Seve making that 15-footer across the hill in 1984 wearing the blue sweater. Not only did he win the Open Championship, but he beat a tremendous field that included Bernard Langer, Tom Watson, Fred Couples, Lanny Wadkins, Faldo, and Greg Norman. It was an amazing Open Championship.
And I loved that fist pump. It was pure Seve. All that fire, all that passion came flying out. And that's where you just sort of fell in love with the game.
Frank, that ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpeting.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every time, we'd still be playing this game for a living.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. No doubt they'll be happy with that shot. Well played. Chance to set himself up for a good scoring opportunity with his second shot here. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Ooh, that hurts. Made a good run at birdie. They'll have to focus now. Try to walk away with the par. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie. And what a day it's been. Good effort. Good par putt. Frank, you have to like what you saw out there today.
I certainly did. Swing is excellent right now. Stroke